Now Moses is floating down the river when all of a sudden Pharaoh's daughter actually sees this basket floating in the water. So she goes over to investigate. She picks the basket up and then she sees this baby boy in the basket and knows instantly what's happened. It's a mom that just had to let her son go. Now, Moses' sister is actually on scene. She's watching all of this unfold because she happens to be one of Pharaoh's daughter's servants. And I can begin to imagine some of the things that would have been racing through her mind. Would she have to watch Pharaoh's daughter place Moses back in the water, surely to his death? Would she have to watch Pharaoh's daughter call Egyptian guards over and kill her baby brother right in front of her eyes? Would she have to run home and tell her mom all that had happened, that baby Moses didn't make it? Or would she go back home later that evening and just hide the fact and try to live with that the rest of her life? I can imagine it was a moment of despair for Moses' sister. But none of those things happen. And in fact, Moses' sister sees that Pharaoh's daughter is beginning to have compassion on Moses. So she walks up to Pharaoh's daughter. Would you like me to go get one of the Hebrew midwives to nurse the child? And Pharaoh's daughter says, yes, go and do that. And I can imagine that Moses' sister probably just took off running the fastest that she's ever run back to her mom to tell her mom what has just happened, the incredible news. And her mom comes and begins nursing Moses again, begins taking care of Moses again. Now, Moses would grow up an Egyptian, and he would actually go on to kill an Egyptian guard beating some of the Hebrew people. And this would cause Moses to flee into the wilderness. And while Moses is in the wilderness, he takes up the profession of shepherding. He's taking care of a flock. And one particular day, he leads this flock to the other side of the wilderness. And he comes upon this place called Mount Horeb, the mountain of God. And as he's come up on this place, he sees this burning bush and walks up to this burning bush to inspect it to see what's going on. And all of a sudden, God calls out to Moses from this burning bush, "The ground you're standing on is sacred ground. Take off your sandals." So Moses does that. He takes off his sandals and he begins having this conversation with God. And God tells Moses, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go back to Egypt. I want you to go to Pharaoh, and I want you to tell Pharaoh, let my people go. And Moses starts playing the what if game. It's a pretty bold request from God. And Moses is a little dumbfounded. God, what if they ask me who sent me? What should I say? And God says, tell them I sent you. And Moses says, well, what if the people ask me what your name is? And God goes, I am that I am. And another way to put it, I will be what I will be. And God goes on to tell Moses, I'm the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. Now go to Pharaoh and tell him, let my people go. When God said, I am that I am, it was like God saying, I am going to deliver you because I am deliverance. I delivered Abraham a son. I delivered Isaac a sacrifice in his place. I delivered Jacob from his past mistakes. And Moses, I delivered you when you were on the river. And Moses, you're about to see another act of deliverance. And my hope and my prayer for you and for myself is that we could trust God is the deliverer when we least expect it. God is the deliverer when we most need it. And God is the deliverer even when we think we least deserve it.